Zoom weekly on Zoom. According to Politico, several prominent anti-Trump talking heads and legal analysts have been holding weekly off-the-record Zoom calls to discuss the former president's latest twists and turns in his legal saga, and also the best spot to get their backs waxed. Quote, every Friday they meet on Zoom and intellectually stress test the arguments facing Trump. It's not that different than watching The View, I guess, except, of course, minus the intellectual part and the 12 p.m. feeding time at The View when the audience tosses sardines into the panelists' drooling pie holes. Quote, some group members wouldn't describe themselves with any partisan or ideological lean, but most are united by their dislike of Trump, meaning they're no different than what you see on legacy media. So think of this Zoom call as a weekly circle jerk, where needy never-Trumpers can get their stories straight before trashing him on CNN and MSNBC. It's a training camp for people dreaming of nodding obediently to Joy Reid like a bobblehead in a Category 5 hurricane. And it includes such notables as John Dean, Lawrence Tribe, and Bill Kristol. Wow, sounds like an all-hands-on-deck approach. Oh, I forgot, Jeffrey Toobin's also there. It better be an all-hands-on-deck. Keep him where we can see him, Jeffrey. OTEP, we were just talking about. Is it sad that Jeffrey Toobin, no matter what, will be known for whacking off on a Zoom call?
No. You got to put him next to Diddy.
Hashtag no Diddy. There we go.
Yeah. No, like what's happening in your life where you're sitting in front of the computer and you're whacking off with the Zoom call? Like, I don't even know how that happens. Like, you know, especially when you're somebody of his stature, you should be able to go to a foreign country, get as much nookie as you need, and then come back home, and be a civilized human being. So I have no remorse for him. He will always be known as Tacky Toobin, and we're just going to leave it at that. But, you know, as far as this whole Trump situation goes, I think what it's about is slowing him down, right? Making sure that he can't campaign. So I'm looking forward to AI Trump. I want to see AI Trump, some virtual Trump stuff. I know he did something remote the other day. So I'm looking forward to see how does he manage the campaign trail without actually being present. And in a way, I think all of this stuff makes him bigger and really invigorates the base to go out and vote. So it's going to backfire in the long run.
Yeah, it did something, Kat, where he went and talked to construction workers today. They were all happy to see him. So he's actually been able to kind of like jiu-jitsu, what do they call it, where they use your aggression against you?
I don't know, and I think you
Aikido.
Aikido. Gesundheit. But it seems to me that these court cases are a deflection from us being able to witness through the media Biden's disintegration. Don't look at the dying man, look at the man on trial.
Well, I think that echo chambers of any kind are a bad thing. And I feel like a call like this would be totally fine if these people were then also opening themselves up to listening to other opinions, which I would be shocked if they were. I mean, I like to actually not listen to anyone's opinion first before when I'm thinking about something. I'll look at the bill and then I'll see what other people have to say about it. Because then what you get, if you don't, is all these people, many of whom are the people that are listed in this article on the Zoom call, running around being like, I just don't get how anyone could support Trump. And I'm like, well, have you asked anybody?
Yeah. There's
a lot of places you can listen to, read, people telling you why they do. So I think that that's where it gets harmful. And also, it's because that information can be valuable to have, but they just don't really have any interest in it, many of these people.
Would you like to hear that call, Tyrus?
Not hang up.
Yeah.
You know how I am when people call me up to team up on people. I just hang up. My own team, so I don't really need. Listen, when you're telling the truth, you don't need to meet.
Yeah.
Very simple. Like, this isn't hard. When you all have to get together to collaborate a story, that should be saved for, like, guys' night out that got weird. You know, and we ended up waking up underneath a bar at a strip club. And all the married guys like, listen, we need to get together. And we got to figure this out. No stones unturned. That's the only time that many guys should get together to come up with a plan. So they've got to collaborate the lies. And you shouldn't have to. That's the patheticness of it all. And if you look at every guy on that magnificent Reasons to Date the Other Side, every one of them's been bested, embarrassed, or beaten by President Trump.
Yeah.
So they all sit in their little group talking about ways to get him. And as far as the campaign trail, no, stay exactly where you are, baby. This is the one time we want that 3 a.m. tweet. You step outside that courthouse, that's all the campaigning you need to do. The gag order. Come get me. Just keep, because here's the deal. When that judge is stuck, they're stuck right now. Like any real parent knows, you laid the line out and the child said, now what? Now what? You're going to incarcerate him? You're going to fine him? No matter what way you move, the American people are going to be like, I've been through that crap.
Yeah.
I can relate to that.
There you go. You know, Jamie, you can relate to this story because Zoom is the only way you get to see your children.
That's true.
The audience is turning on me out of feeling sorry for you.
It feels good. Feels good. I was saying hi to my son the other day. I hadn't seen him in a while. He tried to skip the intro. Skip surprisingly, when I saw this story, I was like, I'm not that interested. Wait a second. Jeffrey Toobin was there.
Yes.
The masturbating guy. How hard is it? Because he was working for CNN.
Yeah.
And they did the masturbating thing, and then they fired him. But then he keeps popping. How good is he? How good is this guy as a correspondent that he just gets to keep, like they're like, oh, is there anybody that wasn't masturbating on camera? All right, bring in Jeffrey too. Like he somehow, they start, there was some, if you read the very end of this article, they got into some real detail. I guess they start every meeting, they go, Jeffrey, we're starting. We're starting the meeting. And then they go, the meeting will be finished when Jeffrey is. Nothing is off the record. Nothing's off the record.
It's really alarming how
to-
many different stories you can make about masturbation.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
And you know what the best part about it is proof that we're in a simulation? His name is Toobin.
It's unbelievable.
Like, how can you, like, it's like David Pecker is now in the news.
What about Wiener?
Wiener,
Charles
Anthony? Isn't it crazy? I don't know.
I always assume everything's off the record. You have to assume, especially it's the World Wide Web. Like even sometimes when I'm watching porn, I'll look into the camera and go, look at this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about.
I gotta move on. That's very funny.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.